If you've been following along with me in this chapter, you may have noticed as we're working with sections in a notebook that they are color-coded. As we add new sections, colors are automatically applied to those sections or the tabs across the top of the notebook. We can even choose a different color on the fly if we want to. But in this lesson, we're going to talk about going back to the sections and changing their colors. And the reason we might want to do that is just to help us stay better organized. And you can use whatever color scheme you want here. For example, maybe all of my high priority clients should be colored red. And then when they get underway and they need a little less attention, I can change their colors to something else, like blue, for example, lower priority. So in this scenario, we're going to take a couple of our client sections and color code them red. We'll change another one to blue, and we'll actually leave open issues, the color that it is here, kind of this amber color. All right. If you've jumped to this lesson, you haven't been following along with me, you can get caught up if you've got the exercise files by going to the Lesson 8 folder and opening up My Clients 2. Here you can see I've got my tabs for lynda.com, David Rivers Training and Consulting, there's Acme, and you can see that they each have their own colors. To change the color, the fastest way again is to right-click on a section tab. So I'm going to go to lynda.com, a high priority client. I'm going to right-click, and right at the bottom of this pop-up menu is Section Color. So as I mentioned, my color scheme is going to have red for my high priority client. So I'm going to go over here to the right and down to red and select it. lynda.com, still the same name, same section, but a different color coding. You can see that color goes all the way around the outside, including the tab at the top. David Rivers Training Consulting, a lower priority client. So I'm going to right click there, go down to Section Color, and I'm going to select blue right here at the top. There we go. Now Acme, it needs to be red as well. Now, if I was to click on a tab and try to select more than one tab holding Control, for example, I can't actually do that, and that's why we're doing them one by one. Of course, as you create new sections, you can choose colors on the fly, so once you get going, you can save some time that way. But let's right-click on Acme Co, and we'll go down to Section Color and make this one a red one as well. Now, the only other thing I might want to do to stay even better organized, aside from color coding, is to put all the same colors together. So the last thing I'm going to do, a little review from last lesson, I'm going to click and drag this tab over to the left so it's between lynda.com and David Rivers Training and Consulting. When I let go, I've reordered them. You can see my reds are together, then my low priorities, and open issues has stayed the same color. So changing a color, pretty easily done if you like to right click. Of course, if you like to do things through the menus, you can always go to Format and down to Section Color over here. You'll see the same list of colors through the menus. I personally like to right click. I just find it quicker and easier. In the next lesson, we're going to take this a step further. If there are sections that you might be sharing with others that you don't want them to see. For example, when you share a notebook and you've got some personal information in there, you can actually password protect a section. We're going to talk about that in the next lesson.